Presented for the executive team. Today's webinar is going to talk about click fraud, wasting your advertising dollars. Let's discuss, as arranged by section, what each section is going to talk about. Number 1, click fraud. What is it? Number 2, internal solutions to fight click fraud. Number 3, external software solutions for click fraud prevention. Number 4, external sources and industry insights. Number 5 is my personal recommendations. And number 6, references. To begin, let's start with click fraud. What is it? When it comes to click fraud, according to Investopedia, click fraud is a malicious activity in online advertising where individuals, automated scripts or bots, or click farms generate illegitimate clicks on pay-per-click advertisements. The intent is not genuine interest in the product or service, but rather to exploit the advertiser's budget or gain an unfair competitive advantage. Think about click fraud like this. Imagine you're paying for every person who walks into your physical store. Click fraud is like having a group of people repeatedly walking in and out of your store, not to buy anything, but to drain your rent money or to prevent legitimate customers from getting in. In the digital world, this means your advertising budget is being wasted on clicks that will never convert into sales, distorting your performance and hindering your ability to reach real customers. So what are the key forms of click fraud? Bots and automated scripts. These are the computer programs that are designed to click on ads which often mimic human behavior to avoid detection. They account for about 40% of web traffic, and all they do is drain your budget and push you offline. Second, competitor sabotage, where this is just rivals who may intentionally click on your ads to deplete your budget, which make your ads appear offline faster and gives them a competitive advantage. This is particularly prevalent in highly competitive industries, such as lawyers or doctors. Click farms. These are organized groups of low-paid human workers who are paid to manually click on ads, stimulating engagement and pushing your ads offline. Publishers inflating revenue. Website owners or publishers, especially on affiliate networks, might click on ads hosted on their own sites to artificially inflate their earnings. What is the impact of click fraud? Wasted ad spend is number 1. The most direct impact is the depletion of marketing budgets on non-converting traffic. Juniper Research estimated that global loss of click fraud was at $184.484 billion a year. Other reports indicate that fraudulent clicks can account for anywhere from 14 to 22% of all PPC ad clicks, and if you're a small business, this can be as high as 30% of your ad budget. Skewed analytics and ROI. Fraudulent clicks inflate metrics like click-through rates, but don't result in conversions, which make it difficult to accurately assess campaign performance and make informed strategic decisions. Eroded trust. Click fraud undermines trust in the integrity of digital advertising platforms and the data they provide, impacting investment decisions and optimization efforts. Next, we're going to talk about internal solutions to fight click fraud. While external software plays a crucial role in click fraud, there are several internal strategies and practices our team can implement to mitigate click fraud. Proactive campaign management and optimization. IP exclusions. Here, we can manually identify and block suspicious IP addresses or ranges that show repeated clicks without conversions. Google Ads and other platforms allow for this. Tighten audience targeting / scheduling ads. Now we know when we tighten the audience targeting, we can do things such as geo restrictions, device targeting, negative keywords, but the one thing we may not have thought of was remarketing campaigns, where we can focus on re-engaging users who have previously shown interest in our brand, as these audiences are less susceptible to fraud. And we know that they have an intent to purchase, and also that they may already be purchasers of one product. We can show them others that we offer as well. Also, with ad scheduling, if we restrict ad delivery to specific times of the day when genuine user activity is the highest, fraud will be at the lowest and least likely. Robust data monitoring and analysis. So we should be doing regular performance monitoring, where we consistently review campaign metrics such as CTR, conversion rates, and bounce rates. Any place where there is a sudden spike with no corresponding evidence is considered a red flag. We can also be doing things like leveraging Google Analytics or similar tools. If we integrate analytics performance, it'll allow us to gain deeper insights into traffic patterns. We can look for anomalies in user behavior, such as unusually short session durations, a high bounce rate, or repeated visits from similar service providers / host names. Identify suspicious patterns. What do these look like? These are repeated clicks from the same IP address or very similar IP ranges, clicks from unexpected geographic locations that we aren't showing ads there, unnatural click velocity or timing, that clicks are happening way too fast, and lack of engagement post-click. They immediately bounce off of our site as soon as they land on it. Robust data monitoring and analysis continued. We have form validation and anti-bot measures, which CAPTCHA and reCAPTCHA. We can implement these tools on landing page forms to differentiate between human users and bots, which prevent automated submissions and potential fraud. Honeypot fields, which this was something I had never heard of before, but these are invisible fields in forms that are designed to be filled in by bots, but not by humans. If the field is completed, it flags the submission as fraudulent. And last, collaboration and knowledge sharing. So we have internal training, where we can educate marketing and analytics teams on identifying click fraud indicators and best practices for prevention, and then industry best practices. We can stay updated on emerging fraud tactics and prevention strategies through industry reports and collaborations. And this is also something we can spread to the general team after we talk about it internally. Section 3. External software solutions for click fraud prevention. Third-party click fraud prevention softwares offer advanced capabilities beyond what native ad platforms provide, leveraging sophisticated technologies to detect and block fraudulent activity in real time. How do these third-party services work? Well, they start with real-time monitoring, continuously analyzing incoming clicks as they happen, looking for suspicious patterns. They have bot detection technology, so using advanced algorithms and machine learning to distinguish between human and non-human traffic based on the behavioral analysis of the clicks. But this also includes mouse movements, scroll behavior, click timing, and device characteristics. IP and device fingerprinting. This identifies and flags suspicious users based on their IP address, device, browser, and other unique identifiers. It also helps detect repeated clicks from the same source, even if the IP has changed. VPN and proxy detection. Identifies and blocks traffic originating from VPNs or proxy servers, which fraudsters often use to mask their true location and identity. Geographic analysis. Monitor the origin of clicks and block traffic from high-risk countries or regions known for click farm activity. How they work continued. Automated blocking. Once fraudulent activity is detected, these tools can automatically block the identified IP addresses or users from seeing future ads, preventing further budget waste. Customizable rules. Allows advertisers to set their own parameters and thresholds for detecting and blocking fraudulent clicks, tailoring the protection to specific campaign needs. Post-click behavior analysis. This analyzes users' actions after the click, such as the bounce rate, the time on site, and page views, to identify whether the click led to a genuine engagement or was a quick bounce off indicative of fraud. And comprehensive reporting. Provides detailed reports and dashboards that offer transparency into fraud levels, blocked clicks, and the financial savings achieved. Now let's talk about the leading software providers and their key features. So I broke this down by focus, strength, consideration, and the plan price. So the first one is ClickCease. The focus was automated fraud protection with bot detection, IP blocking, and real-time monitoring. The strength was very user-friendly interface, competitor IP blocking, multi-platform support, including Google, Facebook, Instagram, and it has detailed reporting. The considerations are primarily focused on prevention. It may offer less customizable solutions compared to other competitors. On the bright side, the plan only starts at $69 a month. This was one of the lower ones. Next would be ClickGuard. The focus is highly customizable protection with granular control over fraud detection settings. Its strengths were advanced behavioral analysis, comprehensive reporting, transparent data insights, the who, what, where, when, and how of protection. The consideration here is steeper learning curve due to advanced customization, and this plan starts at $74 a month. Next would be ClickStell. This is a complete real-time protection against sophisticated click fraud tactics. Its strengths are multi-layered detection, so IP reputation scoring, VPN proxy detection, behavioral analysis, automated bidding, seamless integration with major ad platforms, and a global fraud heat map, which I thought was pretty cool. Considerations, pricing may vary based on scale, and the plans start anywhere from $10 to $80 per month. Number 4 on our leading software providers and key features would be Traffic Guard. The focus here is preemptive fraud protection, particularly strong for mobile app installs and affiliate marketing. Strengths are it analyzes click paths and device fingerprints, real-time blocking, detailed reporting, and it focuses on ROI maximization. The considerations here, it may have more limited blacklist management compared to some. Now the plans start at $149, covering up to $10,000 in ad spend on Meta, Microsoft, and Google ads, with unlimited clicks and advanced features. But the pricing only goes up from there. So this one, I don't think we're spending enough money to do this at the moment, so I would pass on this one. But I like that they have, something for mobile app installs and affiliate marketing directly, so I wanted to keep it in here for that purpose. And last but not least, PPC Protect. The focus leverages machine learning models trained on billions of clicks to detect subtle, sophisticated, and advanced fraud patterns. It's highly scalable for enterprise and agencies, deep analytics, extensive API integrations for customizable workflows. It helps understand fraud trends for smarter budget allocation. The consideration, it may be geared towards larger organizations, but I don't look at this as a negative. I think that this is something that can really help us, and it can save a lot of money. And the plan only starts at $39 a month. Section 4, External Sources and Industry Insights. The issue of click fraud is well documented in both academic research and industry reports, highlighting its pervasive nature and financial impact. In this section, I wanted to talk about some external research that I had found while doing this presentation. From an academic level, I found two articles that I thought were very interesting. The first one is Click Fraud in Digital Advertising, a Comprehensive Study. This was done in 2021, and the article provides an extensive overview of click fraud, its various forms, especially focusing on bot-driven attacks, and existing detection and mitigation strategies. It emphasizes significant financial losses incurred by the advertiser and the evolving sophistication of fraud techniques. The second one was some research done called Click Fraud, and the incentives of search engines in preventing click fraud, suggesting that under certain market conditions, it might not be in a search engine's direct financial interest to eliminate all fraud. This highlights the importance of advertisers taking their own preventative measures. I also wanted to talk about some large company updates and industry reports. So the Human Security Reports, they are a major cybersecurity company. They frequently publish reports and blog posts on ad fraud, including detailed analyses of click fraud's impact on the digital advertising ecosystem. Their quadrillion report offers benchmarks on cyber threats, including sophisticated bot attacks that contribute to click fraud. Next would be Check's click fraud statistics. Check, a leading ad fraud prevention company, regularly publishes comprehensive statistics on click fraud rates across various industries and geographic locations. Their 2023 report highlights that approximately 38% of web traffic is automated, with 24 considered to be bad bots. They also project that the cost of ad fraud to reach $100 billion by 2025. Traffic Guard's 2024 Click Fraud Impact Report. This report provides current statistics on global ad spend lost to fraud and emphasizes the vulnerability of small businesses to click fraud. And Analytics and the Wall Street Journal reports. Recent reports, such as those from Analytics highlighted by the Now, I know in my report that earlier I said click fraud in 2025 would reach about $184 billion, and Check is saying that it's $100 billion. So we're looking at a lot of click fraud. And this was done 2 years ago by Check and only done last year with $184 billion. So as you can see, click fraud is really affecting the internet. And then finally, Analytics and Wall Street Journal reports. So recent reports, such as those from Analytics, which is highlighted by the Wall Street Journal, have brought to light issues with ad placements on low quality or what we call made for ad sites. And this is where click fraud can be more prevalent. And while it's not solely about click fraud, these highlights the broader challenges in ensuring ad quality and preventing wasted spend. Now let's talk about some of my personal recommendations moving forward. I believe that to build a stronger digital team, the following must happen. First, internal training. I think creating an interactive webinar for all new employees who must pass it as part of their orientation from the marketing department. Anyone who doesn't pass it will need extra training time to sit with a higher level employee from the marketing department to make sure they understand the true meaning behind click fraud and why it's so important. Click fraud updates luncheon. So once per quarter, I propose having an employee-wide luncheon where the marketing team presents updates to click fraud, referencing different companies that have been affected by click fraud, what the latest news is, and what new safeguards there are out there to protect them from falling victim to it. Purchasing an external protection system. I narrowed it down to the top 5, taking into consideration the following: ease of use, price, number of seats available, training, and much more. If I had to choose one right now, though, I would choose PPC Protect, as it uses AI and deep learning to understand sophisticated patterns, which often lead to click fraud. And it just so happens to be one of the least expensive ones as well. And then finally, random click fraud quizzes. Having an email sent out once a month with a simple 2 or 3 question quiz about click fraud to everyone's email in which they must pass. These would be fundamentals of click fraud, so everyone who passed the training should be able to pass these without issues, but it's a good way to keep this top of mind and to refresh their memory. And last but not least, section 6, my references. So the next 2 pages are the references I use to create this entire report. And as you can hear my dog saying that he really thinks that I did a good job. I hope you do too. Thank you for giving us this opportunity.